Uh, all right, we're back. The Graveyard Shift Movie Podcast. This week, back to Bags pick, doing House on Haunted Hill from 1999. Remake, the movie of the same title from 1959. Uh, I didn't realize that until I almost started to watch the 1959 version. I was like, oh shit. uh, I'll give this movie a fucking 5. I don't, Maverick, you want to go?
Actually, it wasn't bad, so I'll give it a 7. I'm
Oh
cool with that.
shit, that is what you got.
Shit, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Damn, Tyler, what you got?
I fucking hated everything about this movie. It was the worst movie. I'm shocked right now. I'm in fucking silence.
Yeah,
The last 20 minutes were good. Everything up to that was just horrible. I give it a 3.
3. Yeah.
Nonsense.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm conflicted about it because like the last 30, 40 minutes sort of won me over. But before that, I was like, I don't know about this. Like, yeah.
All right, do your little spoiler warning so then I can start telling you why this movie is horrible.
Okay, hey, spoiler warning. Also, exciting news. Available on Spotify now, so you can go listen to this on Spotify. But spoiler warning, so go watch this movie if you haven't seen it, because we're gonna ruin it. All right, Tyler, go ahead.
Okay, this is just my question. All right, the ghosts are there the whole time fucking with them. They kill that lady who goes in the basement, the TV host or whatever, the game show host.
He died quick as
They do all this stuff, but then there's a even badder thing that they let loose later, and I'm like, shit's killing shit already. Like, why does this other thing matter?
It
Like,
wasn't
it doesn't
good
make any
enough.
fucking sense. Like,
Yeah,
the ghosts are already killing everyone. Like, the guy gets his face carved in, like his assistant. I'm like, okay, these ghosts are, but then they let out the shadow,
the darkness.
yeah, and I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like, I think the shadow ruined the movie.
yeah.
I think if they would have just kept it being like what the other thing. So, but like I said, it just didn't make any sense to me.
Did,
Like the whole movie.
I did like Chris Kattan's line where he's like, "Listen, this is just the ghost right now. The darkness, you're really gonna hate that shit. That shit's bad shit."
It's a cool character. I really liked his like funky like
That
vibe.
dude was the best part of the movie.
Kattan
He was
was
good
the best part of the
until the
movie.
What is this? That? What just happened to you there? That's nothing. You just been playing around with the ghosts. Wait till somebody lets out the darkness in this place. That's a whole new bunch of crazy shit. You'll hate that shit.
Yeah, I guess.
I was like,
Yeah, I don't really understand why everyone else who got sucked up by the darkness or killed in the house like was, then they're a prisoner, and somehow Chris Kattan can break free and like open up doors for people, and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Wasn't that supposed to be his like grandfather or some
No,
shit?
that
I
was-
thought it
that
was.
everyone
I thought it was
that was
straight
good.
Kattan.
it looked like fucking like him in like a powder wig or some shit. Like they were trying to make it look like an old version of him. Like
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be his grandfather letting them out.
Yeah,
the movie started off so good, like with the back when they're in the old days, and like the
Yeah.
guy sitting there like writing his form. He
I
looks up
was
as
like,
like
this
the
is
one
crazy.
crazy person,
Yeah.
and then he looks up and there's like a billion.
It was
I
pretty
was
good.
like, oh shit, that's creepy as fuck. And then we had to put up with like 60 minutes of just filler
Mm,
of like the most random shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Second question
okay.
about why this movie sucks balls. It's not Vincent Price. What's his name?
Stephen Price or something like that.
The Price guy
Uh-huh.
is making the guest list. He hasn't even been to the fucking house yet.
Yeah,
Doesn't know anything about the house, nothing about it. And somehow the ghost picks that time to hack his fucking computer when he hasn't even been there yet. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what? That makes no sense.
that's what they said. I can't.
Didn't they ask about that later?
I
They
think
were-
I think they did explain it later at some point.
he
But
said it was like magnets and shit, or electricity or some
Yeah,
shit.
that they
Hack
can
the
reach through,
computer
but the
over
guy hadn't even
telephone
been
line.
there yet.
Yeah,
Up to that point, Homegirl saw it on the TV, and that was it. Like there was nothing else It'd be different if he like went there, looked around, was like, "I'll take it," and then went to make a guest list. But he was just he got a call from his wife, and he was like, "Let me make a guest list."
Yeah. I'm glad they ended up. Oh, go ahead.
You remember when Price was like, "I got your guest list right here, baby," and then that
It was
fucking
shredded.
that fucking song kicked in.
Yeah.
It's tight. They
That
used that
song
song
was
like a
really
couple
good.
times.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm glad that they made the wife a bad guy in the middle of the movie because I hated her from the moment she was on screen and like every line I was like I hate you so much. And then she
Yeah,
ended up
but
being the villain and I was like okay cool.
he like throws her through that wall, right? And she lands, and he wants her to die. That's like his whole thing.
Yep.
And then she gets electrocuted, and he's like, "No, no, no!" I was like, "This is what you want."
Get up, Lucy. Lucy,
Yeah,
get up.
and then she falls on the floor, and he sees the stuff. He's like, "You gotta get up. You gotta get it." Why? No, it's like, "You good? Just lay there for another minute. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'll go get help." Like, I don't understand that whole relationship. I don't. She kept making jokes about him being gay the whole time,
No, that's true.
Yeah.
and I was like, "What is going on?" But then, like, when shit hit the fan, they were like, "Honey," and I was like, I don't understand."
They both like
True
to
marriage.
yeah, they both like to pull practical jokes on each other. One would just pretend to be electrocuted, the other one pretends to get shot, which I don't know how he figured that out that that girl was gonna shoot him. I guess that gun had the blanks in it, but
How did he know?
he thought the gun that the wife had the blanks in it because he was like, "I would never give you a loaded gun," and then she was like, "Pa!" and shot it, and he was like, "Oh."
All right. Yeah, he had the little blood pack shirt thing
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I forgot what they called.
Yeah,
So I have a random question here. What came out first, this movie or Grave Encounters 1?
Grave Encounters came out in 2011.
So did Grave
That was
Encounters
second
still
one,
the whole bit of the doctor and two nurses?
That scene where she's looking through the camera and they turn and
Yeah.
look. I was like,
Yeah,
"Am I
yeah, I was
watching
like-
Grave Encounters?"
I was like, I remember this very vividly. I even made a note. I was like, the whole doctor setup just reminds me of Grave Encounters.
Yeah.
I was like,
That
it's
was-
like the same number and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That was a sick scene when she was looking through the camera
Yeah.
and they fucking like turn around and see her.
Yeah.
Well, did
Wasn't
you
that
like the
Sonya
blood-
Blade?
yeah.
That was Sonya Blade.
Did y'all like the blood trail like on the walls and ceilings? I thought that was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, and
I
they're
was
like, she disappeared, and the guy's like, "No, she went into the house."
yeah, I was like, okay. I was like,
But
The
then
scene
later
was
she's in
bad.
that case. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I thought the part
Like-
with what's his name? Ty Diggs, where like the ghost
Mhm.
looks like him.
Oh
makes
yeah,
the
that was
girl
cool.
like go like bobbing for apples for Ty Diggs or whatever.
Mhm.
And he's like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
I only did that once.
That was
like
good.
just for the girl though.
Yeah, that was
but
cool.
I
I
don't know.
did you like the one shot of dude after he does the little elevator prank where he makes them think they're gonna die, and then it's just all a setup, and then he's like, "Now the scares will really begin," and like whips his sunglasses off, and the roller coaster goes by him, and I was like, "That's cool."
Mhm.
And then I found out that the
You know
roller
that-
coaster was fake, and I was like, "Oh,
Well,
They're
no, that-
using footage from the Hulk
it's
at
the
Universal.
yeah," and they computer programmed it in because apparently,
Mhm.
ooh, if you have a roller coaster really go by him, it would throw him off of the platform and he would die. Ooh.
That whole thing where they had the one in front of them go flying off to its death.
Mhm.
They should have just made a movie about that park.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this is lit. I was like, this is the. I would be shitting my pants
Yeah.
if I was the one
The
behind it.
train, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
But I don't know this movie, and they use the worst music at the worst time. Like there's like when dude turns the guy around and his face is missing, and the price guy's like, "Oh shit!" They just play some like rockin' beat, and everyone's like freaking out, and they go into like a montage of everyone like running around or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
playing like this, just some dude wailing on a guitar, and I'm like, this doesn't fit. Like none of this music fits. They nailed it with the Manson song at the beginning, and then after that, they just kind of like threw in tracks. Like I said,
Yeah.
I hated this movie so much.
You
Dude,
remember,
this movie was dope.
You remember when the ceiling breaks and it's very small pieces of glass that are falling?
Yeah.
And then the Thai dude like grabs the lady and moves her in the one spot that she would be in danger.
Yep.
Like, if he
The
would have
big
left her,
fucking shard falls in.
yeah, if he would have left her alone, it would have been fine. But no.
It's
You
really
like how she
creepy.
makes the smallest cut on her cheek, and then she's like, "Oh, that was fake." And I was like, "You almost lost an eye. I know what she's talking about."
Yeah.
What about the scene where the guy starts making out with the supposedly dead woman? I was like, this is creepy as fuck. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then he like gives her the shot and brings her back to life, and I was like, this dude kind of raped this chick just now.
Yeah, I was like,
I
ooh,
was
we got
like,
some
oof.
necrophilia, and then it was like, oh, they're in on it. Yeah, and then she's like,
Then
we
she
need
stabbed
another
him.
body.
Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, dude.
Yeah. So which woman was that in the faculty? Was that the one that was
That's
the teacher?
the X-Lax one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Wait, Bags picked both these movies, right?
he did.
He's got a secret
Coincidence.
obsession.
Yeah, you gotta think for this female Bags.
No, I promise. I was
do.
thinking that though
I
when
do.
I
She's
fucking.
not as
I was like,
He's honest.
this is the second fucking movie I picked with this bitch in it.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Maybe the third one will have her again.
Now you have to figure out the movie that she was in to keep it going.
Next week, X-Men 1.
Yeah.
The scene where she's getting electrocuted and they're trying to turn it off. I was like, these are some stupid people. They go in there and they just start grabbing everything, flipping every switch, turning every knob.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are they doing? I was like, you're gonna die. I was like, stop.
Dude,
So,
when someone finally found that lever, I was like, how? Like, how?
Didn't they have to open like a fuse box, find the one
Yeah.
lever in it, and flip it? And, like, first of all, that's like the most inconvenient place to place that off switch. Like,
Yeah.
out of like the 9 other ones in the fucking room, that's the one. Like, are you
an
kidding me?
electric shock makes the worst noise ever. I was like, what is that? And it was like a dude. Yeah, I was like, that doesn't even sound. What?
Yeah. Hey. Oh well, I won't mention it. We'll mention it later. No, I'll mention it now. We were talking about how Grave Encounters, and the doctors or whatever. This chick gets electrocuted. Grave Encounters 2, there's also an electrocution. I'm telling you, it coincides. Yeah.
I think they ripped a lot off of this movie because this one came first, right?
Yeah, way first.
Like 11
So-
years first, right?
I
Or
mean,
12 years. You said 2011, Grave Encounters 1?
yeah.
Think about the girl with the camera. That's almost verbatim the end of Grave Encounters 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is I think this.
Don't even get me started on the Grave Encounters. That fucking sequel.
Yeah, we'll get...
Hey, we'll talk about that later.
Our segue into the second one, like,
Yeah.
I know, but it was already mentioned.
Yeah.
Let's cut this part out.
No, staying in.
There's
yeah.
a part where the lady is filming
Uh-huh.
and she drops her thing. And Bags, you might know this because I think those cameras are around when you were like a lad. You
I
might have.
totally said that to myself when I was like, I remember when these were big in like 2002, like something like that.
But it falls and the back opens and the tape's missing. And it's just sitting there open because the tape fits behind the screen or whatever.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
thought
thought.
that shit was that shit should have been digital.
Nah, not then. Because remember, right after that, they brought out the little mini DVDs that burned straight into the, and then they went digital after that. But like, it looks like it's open and you can see inside of it, and the tape's gone. But then the lady, like, the next scene is like, I could play the tape.
Yeah.
And it's
Like, what
it's real
tape? What are you
gruesome.
talking
Yeah,
about?
I was like, there was nothing in there.
And then it's like some Event Horizon shit where it's
Yeah.
like, wow, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, I didn't. Chris Kattan, I thought I was gonna hate him because I hate that guy.
Uh-huh.
He was probably the best part of the movie.
He was.
He's
was
like, nah, I'll
so-
take my money. I'll take my money.
Yeah. He's like, God
like,
damn
"God
it,
damn
give me
it."
my goddamn check.
Because I want it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm sorry to interrupt her. God damn it! You give me my goddamn check right now!
Yeah. I like the other one too, where everyone's like freaking out, and he's like, and they're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "The house is alive. We're all gonna die."
Simple.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when like fucking someone saying something to the Price character, and they're like, "You think this is funny?" And he's like, "Pritchard's not laughing." And it like cut to him like punching through the glass in
Yeah.
front of like the fucking steel door that came down behind it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, dude was just fucking his hands up,
Was.
and he was like pouring vodka on his hands.
Had that other scene where he was sitting there and he's trying to drink some scotch, and Ty Diggs for no reason comes up and slaps it out of his hand as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" Like,
Yeah.
He was
"Why
like,
did
"That
you-"
wasn't nice."
Yeah, it was really.
Dude, but speaking of that, did Catan drink that whole bottle of scotch?
He went.
He was
through
on
it.
the last sip.
Yeah.
He poured up the rest of it before Tay Diggs smacked that glass out of his hand.
Yeah. I like the one. You remember when it's after the it's after it's it must be when the Ty and that girl are walking around and they're like, "This is all Price is doing," and he's setting all this up. And then he comes around the corner and he's like, "Is that so?" And it plays like this music. Scared the shit out of me, boys. I was sitting there like,
Well, that's how that guy was. Y'all probably haven't seen him much.
Look, I'm the one who didn't want to come down here. Remember that? There haven't been any changes to this part of the house since, I don't know, 1931.
Is that a fact, Mr. Pritchett? Sorry.
It's a good way to get your head blown off, man.
I'll recommend it to Evelyn.
But
his Jeffrey Combs, right?
well, no, the real guy, Vincent.
Oh,
Price,
Vincent
whatever.
Price, yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
That's just how he was.
yeah, apparently this dude wasn't supposed to look like Vincent Price at all, but then they just started giving him makeup and they were like, "Fuck it, just make him Vincent Price." And so, yeah.
Well, he was in the original, wasn't he?
Yeah, Vincent Price was the star of the original. I assume he plays the same character.
Well, you almost watched it, didn't you?
I did almost watch it. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Is
Like
that
I said,
one on HBO? The
That
old
one,
one?
that one was on
It's on
HBO,
Prime.
yeah. And it's on Prime.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But like, yeah, this movie did nothing for me. I don't.
Look, you just gotta turn your brain off and just and just watch.
What? Okay, so this is my question. The guy, the Price, had his little technician there, right? So he had shit planned. So what did he do, or what was planned by dude? Because
I
it
don't
seemed
know.
like nothing.
Yeah. I
It's
don't-
like that guy just had a bunch of hidden cameras and shit in like bedrooms.
he was just gonna spook people. Yeah.
You're just gonna pop up on them,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
Yeah,
yell real loud. I don't know.
Till he went
he's
back. And
hiding behind doors and shit.
yeah. Till he went back and his helper had his fucking face carved out.
Yeah, whole face is gone.
Yeah.
That was
good
like the
shit.
most brutal death I ever saw
Yeah.
in like any movie, really.
Yeah.
That guy's like a real big named actor too.
The
The
mechanic.
assistant.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't remember what else he was on, but
Yeah.
I remember him. He was in something really big.
Remember, also, once again, Grave Encounters, when you were talking about how when they find guys like cameras and everything, you're like, "Hey guys, if I ever find just your stuff that's sitting there, I'm not coming to look for you." Tell me how they go looking for Sonya, find a giant pile of blood, and the guy goes, "Is she all right?" And I was like, "No, clearly she is not all right. What do you mean?"
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah. And they're like, "I'm sure we'll find her later."
I hated the doctor guy. They didn't even show the doctor guy dead, did they?
The doctor guy, the one that
He had his
ends up-
head cut off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was in that door. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
That guy's like a big name actor too, and they like
Yeah,
it
that
seems
was-
like they barely used him.
That was Peter Gallagher.
Good.
Good old Gallagher.
Brother with the comedian
The-
Gallagher.
No,
No, he was the star of the show The OC for a while. If you ever remember that show,
I know the name. I've never watched it, but
I think he was a movie star before that show, though. to
Yeah,
be
he
fair.
was in like I remember he was in a comedy like Naked Gun or something.
He's in American Beauty.
hmm.
Playing the same kind of character. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
messing with someone's wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Was it Catan? It couldn't have been because this was more of a hysterical line. But there was a line in there where someone was like, "Fuck this house! It was the goddamn ghosts." Yeah, I can't remember who said it, but I remember that made me laugh when I heard it. Yeah.
So
Chris Kattan says it.
I don't think so, because I think it was someone like Chris Kattan was very emotionless, and this was like hysterical, like they were scared.
So the 5 people that they invited were the original 5 people who didn't die. It was like their ancestors, right?
Yeah, they were all related to someone who had survived that fucking burning
first
of that
one, yeah.
asylum. Yeah.
I just don't understand why Ty Diggs was like, I was adopted.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, what was that line? Like, I was adopted,
I had
man.
nothing
Well,
to
that-
do with this.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm not related to those people.
It's time to take your rightful place with the others.
I had nothing to do with this! I was adopted!
Yeah.
Tay
just
thought
that
he was
shadow
getting out
thing
of
was
this.
so bad. It was. I don't even know what it was supposed to represent. The shadow, I guess, but
Yeah, I don't know. Shadow. It was weird. They built it. I thought the darkness was that like creature that didn't have the eyes that then they never show again, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
okay. Which I thought it looked cool, so I was like, oh man, if this thing's running around killing people, cool, and you just never see it. But then it ended up just being this like oil mist shit that came at you. It just had just had everyone talking. I like Sonya where she's like, "Where are you going? Aren't you gonna stay for my movie?"
The girl was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Like that scared her the most was possibly having to watch the show.
Watch that movie. Yeah.
that was the same lady from Billy Madison, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
The other girl's super famous too.
That the other girl's from Final Destination.
And probably like a bunch of other things. So
Yeah, probably.
I just can't remember. Like for some reason, like they both kind of look really similar to me. So
Another,
I don't know.
Yeah. Another one of the darkness, the highlights, is then it has the doctor who gets murdered, and he pops in, and he's like, "The doctor is in." He's like holding his little saw blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like that shot of when Price was looking through the cameras and he sees the doctor and the doctor like looks up and he's got like the saw and it like crash zooms in on him.
Well, no, like the way he was walking, I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Like every ghost in that thing walked like they were holding in a deuce, and they were like back and forth. They'd only take like 2 or 3 steps at a time.
Mm-hmm.
It was something.
I hated. So I said how the last 30 minutes or so won me over. All of it except for the very end when they're sitting there and they got the checks and they're like, ha 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 ha, like the worst laughing, and the
Yeah.
woman's like, "How do we get down from here?" Ha 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 ha.
Hands out, and they're just chilling. Like,
Yeah, and that was the end.
Yeah.
Cue the Manson.
I wonder how they got down.
Well, like earlier in the movie, they were like, "Is anyone coming?" And Chris Kattan's like, "A cleaning crew's supposed to be here at 8."
Mm-hmm.
So like, that's the only thing you're supposed to go on is that maybe some people are going there.
Yeah.
But it's like, how the fuck would the cleaning crew get you down?
Yeah, right? They're like, "What are you doing up there?"
Why did you make him Indian?
What, Indian cleaning.
Yeah.
We'll have to snip this part.
Ah. Hey, this movie had a budget of $19 million. Made a box office of $48 million.
Damn.
Yeah. So it made some money.
I'm not surprised, man. It was tight.
It had so many people in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, also, remake of a classic horror film, and those always draw in fucking money, so. But, did they make I thought somewhere I saw that they made a sequel to this movie, to House on Haunted Hill.
Mm.
But I might have just been seeing things. I didn't know if you knew about it.
No, I never heard about a newer sequel.
Hmm.
They might reboot it again.
Reboot it again. This time, Chris Kattan is played by Pete Davidson.
Oh God. Fucking Price is played by like Edward Norton.
Edward Norton, yeah. Sonia played by Margot Robbie. We're just recasting the new. We're gonna reboot this movie.
Watch
feel
this shit
bad
get
because-
made.
Something do
Maverick's
something.
bad with
Oh,
names,
shit,
so he
no.
has no clue who these people are.
Yeah.
No, I knew those are all big actors. What are you talking about?
You know who Eddie Nord is?
No, not that one. That's the one I was like, oh, I don't fucking know that guy.
What? What? Really?
I'm telling you,
Uh,
Maverick got the worst like
Yeah,
memory
yeah.
when it comes to people's
Give a fuck.
names.
He
So,
was.
you
he
know
was-
who he is, Mav.
He was the star of The Greenhouse from 1996.
Hey,
Classic movie.
he also played the Hulk right before it became good.
He did.
Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, he was the original actor for the Hulk, right?
No.
No,
No,
That
that
was a guy
wasn't him.
named Eric Bana.
it was Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, yeah.
Was Lou Ferrigno.
I'm so confused right now, dude. What the hell?
You know Fight Club?
Yeah.
He's the star of Fight Club with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
American History X. He's the Nazi.
Yeah, Brad. I mean, Fight Club's got to be what he's like best known for. He's in the remake of Italian Job.
I haven't watched it.
How dare you?
He's in a lot of shit.
That Italian Job remake. That's like another example of a remake with everybody in it.
Mm.
Like, God, there's so many motherfuckers in that movie. We won't even talk about it.
That's the movie I'm picking.
You're next.
Well, you weren't supposed to say it. You know?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
2011's hit horror movie. You're next.
I think it's 2013. But, anyways, sorry, I didn't mean to derail. I was just getting things ready.
Yeah, we'll announce that at the end, even though we announced
Yeah.
it here.
I didn't ask anything. Y'all had to read what you saw.
I've seen it. It's not that good. Pick something else.
It's supposed to be amazing.
It's all right.
I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
you've seen it too, Tom?
Yeah.
Is it
Maybe
on
I'll pick
HBO
up.
this
Maybe
month?
I'll change it up.
I think
don't
it's on Prime.
know. I might change it. I don't know.
Might not be.
Maverick's lost in something. I'm looking at him. His eyes haven't moved in like 10 minutes.
He's been staring at.
Yeah, this is weird looking at you guys. But
Yeah.
You can set up
I guess-
the camera on a phone, buddy.
okay.
Then you'd have to hold it.
Well, yeah, you can set your phone down.
You know,
Wait,
do the ceiling.
Oh yeah, you're right. I would have to hold my phone.
Yeah.
Or, and not
Yeah,
just have it
if
next
you-
to me on the couch.
Or
Yeah,
got it for
if
next
you
time.
ever decided to do cams, it'd probably just be easier to do like a laptop.
I would just
have
do
a
it
little-
from my iMac has one built in. I
Yeah,
think it'd be a lot
exactly.
better than my phone camera.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you would
But
think.
anyways.
Yeah. Anyway. We've turned into a technology podcast.
But yeah, this movie is horrible. Don't watch it, guys. Like, if you've already watched it and you're coming back to agree with me, tell me in the comments because these guys think it's amazing movies.
I didn't say that.
Like, this movie was sick. If you're kicking it with your friends, you know, getting fucked up, throw on The House on Haunted Hill.
Pretty good. A lot of times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. I say this every time, but there wasn't a part in this whole movie that scared me. The only time throughout all the movies, I mean, the fourth kind gets you because it's like a jump scary type movie. The glove during Event Horizon got me.
Oh shit!
Motherfucker flying. But I mean, like, these aren't really like nothing I've watched so far has maybe been like, hey, let's leave that light on for the night. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pick something that'll get you.
yeah, so do I. I've been looking, but apparently your next isn't that scary, so maybe I'll look for something. I want to pick some weird Japanese thing.
Your next is like kind of like The Strangers. It's not. It's got some different aspects to it. It's not a bad.
Isn't it an Australian movie?
Your next?
Wasn't it Australian? Like everybody's got an accent in it.
I don't think so. I think they spoke. I don't know. It was like a
English?
rich
They
family.
don't speak English.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Anyway, did you like
But,
that?
I don't know what I'll say.
Did you like the when the wife like gets sucked into the darkness in the wall, and then she kind of like just melts into like a skeleton sort of thing? And I was like, all right, I guess that's what the darkness does. And then it doesn't do it to anybody else. Everyone else just gets sucked in, and they're like that. But that lady, they made sure she got the cinematic death.
Do you remember when like the doctor put that bag and all that fucking like wire around Price's head, and then like they
Yeah.
threw him underwater?
Yeah,
and he
and then
like
he's
just
like-
casually picks it.
Yeah, I was like, what was the point? Yeah.
Why do you think Price saved that girl at the end? That's the only part of the movie that
Good guy.
confused me.
Because Price never wanted to hurt anybody throughout this
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah, but he didn't seem like the type of guy who would sacrifice himself to save some
Yeah.
random person either.
I think he realized at that point, like, that he had just fucked this whole night up.
Yeah.
And he was like, go. And then he grabbed the other guy and was like, run.
Yeah. I like his look for the last like 15 minutes where he has like the shirt unbuttoned and like the chest out and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Didn't he rip the vest off that he had? And that why his fucking shit was like that?
Yeah.
Would a vest come off that easy?
I don't think it was a vest. I think it was supposed to be like an exploding bandage thing, like a blood bag or whatever.
Something. I
But
still
it just
don't
looked
know.
like a towel when he threw it off.
I still don't know how he did it. I mean, he had it cued. You know, he had it so every time she shot, it would go off. Except
might
for
have-
except for the one that she missed. You know, so it's like, how did he know?
Maybe it was a bulletproof vest, but just when the bullets hit it, it made blood. instead
Blood?
of just nothing.
Yeah.
Because it pushed him back too. It was like believable.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I said, nothing in this movie makes sense. It's a horrible movie. Like that dude was a retired baseball shortstop, and no one knew who he was. It's like none of y'all watch sports.
Yeah.
He was like, I
He
used
was
to be.
probably like a second string or some shit. He probably never got any time on the field.
I don't think you have that in baseball.
You know, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
God damn it, Tay!
Yeah.
I'll put you in when I'm good and damn right. It's like I gotta save people from glass.
The worst line, by the way, of this movie, besides the laughing at the end, was when Price is like, "Come up here, I found a way out," and then Ty or whatever like sees light, and he's like, "There's light, there's light." He just goes running, and that's how he says it. That's like on point how he delivers that line, and I was like, okay, fucking.
There's light. There's light. Stay here. I'm gonna go.
I don't know. It was
He
really
was,
bad.
I don't know, he was out of his element. Like when Vincent Price had the gun, not Vincent Price, but when Price had the gun, and he was like, "Ha!" and they had like that fight scene
Mm-hmm.
where it was just Price getting the shit kicked out of him shooting randomly
Yeah.
everywhere. yeah, I was like, why have this in there? Like just one punch, be done. You know?
He like judo flips him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
But like,
Was-
I guess such a bad movie.
Was Peter Gallagher's character, that fucking Dr. Blackbird guy, was he trying to kill Price when he put him in that thing, you think?
I think so. I don't know how that would kill you though.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, that shit was fucking scary.
Was that was just a random naked lady in that pool, right? That wasn't anyone from the movie. At first I thought it was Sonia, but then I was like, oh no, that's just a random lady.
That was
The chick-
Trish Johnson.
The chick spitting
Just
like
made that
blood out all slow like underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a creepy ass scene.
Yeah. There was a lot of random naked ladies in this movie. Yeah.
Again, they probably could have made this movie for a lot less and had a lot more if they didn't like fill it with named people.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the same as what's the other movie you picked, Bags?
The Faculty?
Yeah, like The Faculty. You could have gotten by with a lot of no names and had more budget for the. What are you doing, Tom? What, I'm trying to talk.
I was looking at you too, Tom, when you were doing that.
But I don't know. Like I said, it didn't scare me. It didn't. Chris Kattan wasn't like good enough to carry it, in my opinion. But he was the best part of that movie.
Catan was.
The elevator thing at the beginning, I was like, oh shit. So
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty good.
okay, say that elevator ride that he was fucking with them on. Say that it was a real ride, of course. Like, is it crazy that the people weren't like in any kind of restraint? Like, they weren't in any seat belts, like attached to the wall or anything.
The one guy started to jump up as they were going, like to try to do something.
he was
feel like
famous.
you feel
wasn't
it. Yeah, you'd feel the elevator.
Well,
Falling.
that's what they say, right? Like if you're in a falling elevator, they say there's one way that you might survive it, but I don't remember
Yeah.
if it's jumping or
he?
laying.
Yeah, if you jump right when it lands,
Mm.
then you won't get the impact, whatever. But that was Spike from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the
Oh.
TV show.
Okay.
So, and he's been in a lot of other really, sci-fi, made for sci-fi movies and stuff. But
Yeah.
I just can't remember his name. But yeah. So you guys got anything else you want to talk about this movie? I think I've made my position very clear.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I'm still kind of conflicted on it. Like, I don't think I liked it, but I don't think I didn't like it. So that's why I just went right down the middle.
Look, overall, it's a classic horror movie. Like, I saw this shit when I was like 9, and I was like, "This movie is tight."
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure this was like a lot of people's first like
I got-
horror movie.
I got two things I got to say before we end.
Okay.
Firstly, I did that with what's that movie, 13 Ghosts?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw that, it scared the fuck out of me. And then I
was
watched
bad,
it
yeah.
like
Scared the
6
shit
months
out of me.
ago, and I was like, what is this? I was like,
That's
"Yeah,
on
it's like
HBO this
Scooby-Doo."
month.
Second thing, and this is a problem I had with this movie.
Uh-huh.
The doctor and the wife were in cahoots, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me that the doctor that she's in cahoots with just happens to be a direct descendant of one of the people in the hospital who
Yeah.
died and then got invited on a list that no one knew.
Yeah, man.
Well, no, it
No,
said his name
he
wasn't.
wasn't.
Yeah, his name
Yeah.
wasn't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they
Big
did specifically say that.
Stupid boy.
Who's the fifth person then?
I don't know.
Fifth?
I don't remember,
So
but
it's
there-
Ty, and then Sonia, and then Catan. Well,
Chris
Catan's
Kattan.
family didn't die there.
Yeah, he was
He
the
died like a
groundskeeper.
construction dude or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he lied about that.
Oh, did
Yeah.
Well, he said
He
the
was-
house. Yeah.
He was
house
like, "You
killed
said
him."
that was an accident." He was like, "I lied. The house killed him."
But still, like, how? There's only 5 people,
Yeah.
right? Because it's the 2 chicks, Ty, Chris Kattan, and then the doctor.
Hmm.
So it
Only
movie shit. The movie's shit. I'm telling you, it makes no sense.
Did you see that 13 Ghosts is made by the same people?
You can kind of
Uh,
tell, but 13 Ghosts seems so much better than this. But
I haven't seen that in about
Yeah.
15 years. I'm curious how it aged.
Apparently, it's also a
it hasn't
remake.
aged well.
I think that Vincent Price was in the original too.
Little Piggity Price.
Yeah. Because that's what they did. They remade like 2 of
Yeah.
Price's movies or whatever. They also, the first one is just 13 the number, and then this one's like 13 written out, but then has the number in the middle and stuff, to be cool. But yeah.
The whole concept of 13 Ghosts is amazing, I think. But anyways,
it's pretty good.
stop talking about a movie that we're not here to review. Like,
Hey, we could be. We could be.
but 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 yeah, like I said, I didn't enjoy this movie. You guys liked it, so
I'm surprised. Like, it doesn't have a ton of rewatch value, but it wasn't boring.
I'm not rewatching
like,
it.
I like the hearses, like instead of limos. I thought that was cool. Like,
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
certain
that
things
was
that were neat, but like the finale when it like showed, the
See, I
dark
thought that
shadow.
was like the lamer part of the whole fucking
Yeah,
movie,
I did
the
too.
last
Well,
15 minutes.
I liked it when it was like the black sand and you could see it like rippling around.
Yeah.
But as soon as it got loose, I was like, "What?" I was like, "This is what a kid draws when they like. What's the scary monster?"
Yeah.
It was just like a
Did
weird
you,
black.
did
shape.
you say you said you would rewatch it, Tom?
No.
Oh, I thought you said I might rewatch it
No,
when I said it has no rewatch value.
Yeah, when you said that, I went, yeah, I'm not rewatching it.
Oh, yeah, fuck this movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm curious. I kind of want a movie like The Beginning now, where we're just in the asylum, and that dude got 3 pencils shoved through his neck.
Why did he have so many pencils?
There was a lot of pencils.
Dude, I fucking was like, you shouldn't have been sharpening pencils, motherfucker. Like, it's just.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna embarrass myself here a little bit.
Okay.
I never knew why pencil sharpeners had those all the other holes.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen a different like thickness of pencil. Right.
Uh-huh.
I've only seen it like a number 2, or whatever.
Yeah.
You used to be able to sharpen colored pencils in some of the holes. Like.
Yeah, but they're all it's one hole, then the hole just changes. But I've
You
never
switch
seen
it,
a different thickness of a pencil. Like, so I've never had to use that. Have y'all ever had like a big pencil or a smaller pencil rather?
Well, I've had those like ridiculously oversized pencils that like when you're 7, you're like, ooh, look at me. But I don't think I've had. Is a number 1 pencil? I assume that's a thing.
I don't know. I just know, like, when I
No,
saw
that ain't
all
no
the
thing.
holes, I was like, what are those other holes for? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got pie on my face. So,
Yeah.
but there's my self-embarrassment for the day.
All right.
Seems like a pretty normal question to ask.
Yeah, it was a legit statement.
There's some fuckface at home who's like a pencil historian, and he was like, "Oh, how dare you?
Yeah.
You didn't know about the pencil sizes?"
Yeah, right.
And he's gonna break them down in millimeters because he's from the UK. Get fucked, like God. Like. Anyways, sorry, I ran over.
Hey, we appreciate all our listeners.
I voted for Brexit. Right?
Damn.
So they didn't take my vote. It was a letter. They just threw it away.
Yeah. You're like, I'm for it. You send it out.
Little waitress at Wawa's like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
Send it to the queen. But but yeah, good, great movie, guys. Go watch it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about it for this. About time to head to that clock out. This was House on Haunted Hill. Tyler, what are we watching next week?
I'm undecided. I think I'm gonna pick one of those weird new Japanese movies that's like super scary. Bad. It'll either scare the hell out of you or just miss the plot completely.
Yeah.
So might be some subtitles involved. I'm gonna do a little research, but like the original Ringu, but I've seen The Ring, so I don't want to go with it.
Could always
There's
pick that Veronica movie, even though it's not a Japanese movie.
There's one called like Dark Waters or something. There's a bunch. I'm looking into it. You'll edit it in. I'll know within the hour. So.
All right. Well, it'll be here. Tyler ended up picking Insidious from 2010. So next week is Insidious. All right. Just played whatever it was. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Go check out the fucking podcast on Spotify and Pocket Cast. So I don't know if anyone uses Pocket Cast, but it's there.
Oh yeah, that's all I use is Pocket Cast.
Yeah, it's
this broadcast is brought to you by Pocket Cast.
Yeah, it's working to distribute it to all the other ones, so it still hasn't got there. But those 2 are live right now. But anyway, yeah. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Deuces.
Peace.